Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. My name is Stefan, and I thank you for coming to my channel. So, I'm laying on the floor here looking down on creation, as it were. The 5-gallon or 5.5-gallon Petco Special, aka the El Cheapo Magico Aquarium. And I am really, really pleased. My vision seems to be coming to fruition. I put in those mats of Java fern and some hornwort and floating plants and botanicals on the bottom and a bunch of pothos up top. And well, it was a little janky here and there, and but now looking at it right here with you in real time, I think it looks pretty sweet. And as we move in closer, you can see my resident group of celestial pearl danios, the lovely little nano fish that looks like a brook trout. They're in the center doing what they do, aggregating, congregating, schooling. I love the way they stay close together despite all the nooks and crannies in even this small space. There's really a ton more real estate that these fish could be exploring, but they like to hang out together, be with themselves right in the center. Like if this tank had a bullseye on it, they're in it. They are literally dead center the tank. And how many times do you get that as consistent, regular behavior from your fish? These fish can be shy and reclusive, and that's not to say that they aren't, but this ton of plant life all the way around 360 and above is obviously making them feel good, because even with me filming and talking and kind of my big human body 2 feet from them on the floor with a camera, they're just pleased as little fish. There you go. That's a scientific statement if I ever heard one. In this tank are also a ton of neocaridina shrimp. I could search for them. There's a red one up there, a beautiful red one. There's also a lot of the wild sort of type. Maybe these are a couple up here. There you go, feeding on the biofilm. They're nothing special to look at, the plain ones, but their behavior is outstanding, and the job they do is really important. All I have in here is a sponge filter, and there is a ton of rotting is not the right word, but the detritus and mulm is what I was looking for, from lots of botanicals and leaves that have been disintegrated and processed by the shrimp and the catfish and the snails. All that stuff is in here. There's some dying Java fern leaves. There's a dead one back there. Java fern, I think it's an awesome common plant, but it's a lot harder to maintain and to have it thrive than you would ever think from the stories and the videos and the fact that it's sold at Petco, for $5.99 in a tube. People just assume it's an easy plant, and I'm here to tell you that it's easy to have it survive for a few months, but to thrive and grow, literally grow, is a lot harder than you would think. And I've had very mixed results, and this is way too early to tell in this tank whether these mats will just turn brown and sort of decompose and become disgusting, or whether they'll stay the same, or whether they'll actually start to fill out. It's okay, because I can adjust the scape accordingly. I can extend the hornwort, what you see up here. I can work with water sprite. I can put Anubias in here, epiphytes, in lieu of these epiphytes, the Java fern. I could just put a bunch of Anubias nana and just keep experimenting and playing, which is the joy and fun and learning experience of this hobby. I'm sorry, I've been ignoring Godzilla here, the gigantic mystery snail. You just saw him um, submerged like a submarine, really like an iron bell to the bottom of the tank. Snails will do that. They'll just unlatch from the top and sink rapidly. Some snails, like bladder snails, even maintain air pockets in their shell, and they can use that to float across the tank or sink or raise up. So Godzilla's in here. He's way too big scale-wise, but I don't care. He's happy living his best life. You see a few shrimps maybe trying to hitch a ride on his big shell. And then back again, the celestial pearl danios. There we go. Now there's some glare from the light, but you see all of them looming, fabulously looming beneath the hornwort and frogbit. And I'm hoping they'll spawn in here. I mean, I know there's also, by the way, Brazilian pennywort and hornwort. And this is a look at a top down. If I don't drop my phone in the tank, wouldn't that be something? What I was gonna say is I don't doubt these fish will spawn. CPDs like to spawn when the lights come on, or in the morning at dawn if you have an ambient light. So I have no doubt they'll spawn. There's males and females in here, and the conditions seem pretty good, and they seem pretty happy. Now, whether the eggs come to fruition, and if they do, whether they don't get eaten by either their parents or the other invertebrates in here, and invertebrates will they're opportunistic. If the little slivers of fry still have their yolk sac, are kind of clinging to the ground or to a leaf, and an invertebrate comes across them, he'll just eat them. There's no question about it. I mean, if I were them, I would too. But I'm hoping a few survive. I think that would be exciting and fun. That's why I've committed to the CPD or Galaxy Rasbora or Celestial Pearl Danio for this aquarium. Plus, you just don't need a lot of real estate for them to be happy. And I didn't have a lot. I had this tank, the El Cheapo Magico. And I wanted to share it with you because I think it's finally now starting to show itself for what I had wanted it to become, which is this teeny tiny but robust at the same time ecosystem for not only these nano fish, but the countless other species that are calling it home under my care. All right, everybody, that's all for now. As usual, keep your hands in the tank, and ciao for now.